Man, my camera. Hang on, y'all. Here we go. Good to go. Good to go. Grand Rising, Grand Rising. Shout out to my new subscribers, my old school subscribers, TikTok family. Wasn't for you guys, none of this would be possible. I appreciate y'all. You guys make all this possible. Shout out to my replay gang. Shout out to my overseas gang. Shout out to my unsubscribed gang. And shout out to my two members, Shay and Leaf Queen. Salute and pound to all. I appreciate y'all. Y'all the dopest to ever do it. The support has been, I can't even put it into words. Remarkable. That being said, as you guys pour into me, I'm going to pour into you guys with this dope ass video. What the narcissist fears most is being exposed. That's where their main fear comes from. Being exposed. I love saying that. It'll never get old. Being exposed is a narcissist's greatest fear. Exposure, their web of lies, being exposed is their greatest fear. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and break it down to you and explain to you, what these different fears, possible fears are. These people are crazy, okay? Know that first and foremost. These people are nuts. They really believe the world revolves around them and everything good or bad revolves around them, okay? My nerves, man. Telling people something crazy, I had to cheat because he was giving me the silent treatment and he wouldn't have sex with me. That is crazy. That is crazy. What little American male wouldn't have sex with their chosen wife if the wife was doing what needed to be done? What American man that's going to not speak to their wife if they're trying to work things out with their wife or they were trying to figure things out with their wife? It makes absolutely no sense. And why? So what explains the discard? Like, how are you explaining the discard? I guess the people that she speaks to, or they speak to, I'm sorry, don't know about what a self-appointed vacation within the relationship to go and do whatever dirt they want to and try to come back. That's a discard. There's no such thing as being in a marriage or a long-term relationship and you step out whenever you feel the leisure to with some diabolical plan. That's crazy, y'all. But all these different things that I'm bringing up are examples of things that they're terrified of you exposing them for, because they made this huge web of lies as to why they're where they're at right now and why they have to leave you, because they can't allow it to be that you're leaving them. They gotta, no, I had to leave him. He was doing this and that, and then I tried to work. You're a liar. You're a liar. Your web of lies are exposed because anyone that listens to you, when you say that, listen, when I mention how she hurt me or whatever, not one time did I mention anything about no sex. And I'm a whole man. I didn't mention nothing about no sex because I don't believe that's appropriate. Now, I could mention as to different things about sex, as to why, I stopped having sex with her, and as to, not stopped completely because it wasn't like we didn't, we still did. I just slowed it down as much as possible. When you feel like you're being used, right? Let me explain something to you. If you're any kind of way intuitive, you can tell when someone emotionally detaches themselves from you. Women, and I hate to say this, and I'm just being real, men can cheat and just physically cheat. Women will more than likely, 9 times out of 10, emotionally cheat first, or emotionally and physically cheat. Now, once a woman has emotionally cheated on you, they are gone. They're gone. They are going to go ahead and mirror image, and they're going to imprint, you know what I'm saying, or a new person is going to imprint on them, and they're going to start showing personality traits of this new person that they're attached to, they're bonded to. Because once a woman cheats and she gets emotionally, a lot of people don't think, or women don't think, emotionally cheating is just as bad as physically cheating. It's worse, because the emotional cheating is going to make you have an emotional bond with whoever you cheated with. And then what you're going to do is you're going to cause the person that you're with to feel like you're using them like a piece of meat, which is what I felt like. You know, when a person don't want to kiss you and stuff, and they just want to get physical. See, that right there is someone that's emotionally detached themselves from you, bonded themselves emotionally to somebody else, and using your body temporarily so they can get to the person they want to be to. They don't even really want to be kissing you and stuff. So that's a weird situation. Why in the world would I want to be with somebody they ain't trying to be kissing or anything? I don't want to be used. So these kind of scenarios, man, this is what they're afraid of with exposure. These are the kind of different types of exposure that they're worried about it's going to happen. Like, oh man, they're going to, I mean, I'm just telling the truth. You know, and what I was trying to get back to, the major point was when we broke up, I never brought up, oh, man, you know, we weren't having sex at the end. It didn't matter. It wasn't important. For her to bring that up as one of the reasons why she had to break it off, then that should make anyone listening feel like, well, why are you concerned with sex? Like, isn't there more important things y'all should be working on? So you mean to tell me that you think that it's normal to be talking to people about how, you know, we're not having sex as much as we? Who talks like that? What woman talks like that? What woman talks? What did you do? Look up some of the traits of a narcissist and be like, oh, okay, he did that. Of course, I cut back on the sex. I didn't cut you off because I am a person and I do have my own urges. If I could have, I would have cut you off completely. But let me tell you something. When you're being used by somebody, you can tell, why in the hell am I going to let you use me? That's the weirdest thing in the world. You can't flip that on its head like that. You was not trying to have any kind of emotional attachment with me when I was trying to fix things, when I was talking about love and love all this and love everybody. You had emotionally attached yourself to somebody else and was just physically satisfying yourself with me. On to the next point. The smear campaign was for no good other than to prove and verify your story and show who was working on improvement and who talked shit the whole time. No change. That's all that it did. That's all that it did. They sat there and spent all that time talking all that junk about you and what you needed them for and why they had to cheat and why they had to move on and why they had to get sex from somebody else. Any person that lets you justify being in a marriage and you had to get sex from somebody else because the person you're with wasn't, that don't even make any sense. So you're gonna be, so somebody was like, so the person that you don't think they're really cheating on you, but they're not having sex with you, you're not gonna try to figure out why? Well, they're not figuring out why because she's too busy on her phone trying to arrange sex with somebody else. Trying to hear him get up there and get to him. You know what I'm saying? You know, so it's ridiculous. Like, if I was to have a friend tell me that, I would be like, man, a man doesn't want to have sex with you and he's not really talking to you. Have you been trying to work things out? No one's trying to do that. They're just trying to be enablers. As long as she gave them some type of excuse, she could have said, hey, the aliens came in and swapped out his brain. And I don't trust. It could have been anything. And there apparently will take anything, listen to it, and run with it and be like, okay, do whatever you want to do. None of that stuff makes sense. What kind of woman is looking for, I got to cheat because I got to get some sex? He's not giving me. What kind of woman does that? That don't even make any sense. That should never even be brought up as a reason as to why you had to leave. And if you're going to leave, stay gone. Why'd you come back? It makes nothing make it make sense, y'all. None of it makes sense. These people, you know what I'm saying? This is the exposure that I'm talking about. These type of things. Telling the truth. Once exposed, narc rage, narconoff ensues. Okay? They'll start doing really stupid, incriminating things. You know what I'm saying? With their face, their full government name, threats all together, ready, packaged up for a lawsuit. They don't even realize that going off the way that they are, getting all in your business. See, they have no respect for you. They treat everything that you do like it's a joke. This is my form of business. This is how I make my money, right? You cannot go to someone's place of business and act a fool. They have charges for things like that. These people don't think those charges are going to apply to them. This is how I make my money, y'all. This is really the only job I have. So that being said, you know, this is my main source of money, meaning well, not main source, but the way I make my money. You know what I mean? You can't just come here and start smearing my name, trying to make me look bad and unprofessional. They have laws for that kind of stuff. If people don't think it applies to them. What we got here? Ultimately, they think you will smear. This is what they're really scared of with the exposure. This is what they really think that you're going to do. They think that you're going to smear, gain stalk, and come after them the way that they would do you if the shoe was on the other foot. They think that you're going to go after them, you know, balls to the wall, that same way they would do you if the shoe was on the other foot. Not knowing, I'm looking at this cat over here trying to get this squirrel. Not knowing that you have no intention of doing really anything other than getting them off your back. And your only focus is, something else here. Yeah, little do they know, God's purpose will always keep you busy. You know, you don't have time to be worried about them. You don't have time to be worried about them. But see, these goofies, they're worried that you're going to do the same thing to them that they would do to you if the shoe was on the other foot, which means, and you know, if the shoe was on their foot, they would just go at you, putting your name up there, smearing everything about you, putting your location up, just doing everything possible. And they think you're going to do, no one's even thinking about doing that. No one wants anything to do with y'all. All you got to do is back off and leave me alone and move on. You got your next boo. Just do what you got to do. Move on, leave me alone. We'll be good to go. You know what I'm saying? They don't want that, man. That ego, man, it has them doing crazy things, y'all. But look, that's it. You know what I'm saying? I'm keeping this one short because I've been ran it up on so many other ones, you know. And like I said before, you know, whenever you have, well, I don't know if you have social media or not, but like whenever I have someone show up, most of the time, and be in the video in and out, I take it. Hey, look, y'all, like 4 different jets over here with chemtrails. Look, y'all see that? Can y'all see those lines? I can't see if I can. Like 5 of them. Yeah, you see all those? You see all those lines over there? Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, no one's going to do that. No one cares what you have going on. You know what I'm saying? I got my stuff. I'm doing what I got to do. And I'm moving forward. That being said, y'all, I'm getting off of here. Look, I'm going to go ahead and get on TikTok for a little while and work out. Again, if anyone wants to moderate and you're someone that I trust, someone that's been vetted, it can't be some new booty. It's more than likely some troll or my ex or something. So let it be somebody that's been in the comments for a while that I kind of trust. If you want to be a moderator, coming over to TikTok, and, you know, just if you just want to kick people out, you know that the trolls, mainly being my ex, the only person that would try to get my live shut down. I've been in so many people's lives, and I've never seen the kind of trolling that happens in mine. That's got to be targeted by a specific person, individual that's trying to get something done here. So if I have moderators in there, so as soon as the goofball pops up, kick them out. You know what I'm saying? Kick them out as soon as they pop up, right? So let's get this popping. We're not going to be victims of these people where they feel like they have power over any of your platforms, over anything that you do. We're going to regulate it, you know, and we're going to go at it professionally. You know what I'm saying? Handle it, and just have snipers in the chat just waiting on them to act up, and then kick them out. Period, point blank. Anybody that says anything other than, like, I'll put out in the beginning, you have anything to say, leave emojis or ones in the chat. No conversations are needed. Anyone conversating, kick them out. Anyone saying words, kick them out. Kick them out. I'm working out. There's no words need to be said. Anyway, love y'all. Appreciate it. I'll be back on here in a little bit, like 11:30, 11:45, something like that. We'll chop it up again. Probably be working out. Later. I can turn this thing off.